My names are Morgan Olewe, and I'm a barrister. Till date, I'm a barrister, and my story of how I found myself as a barrister started in 2013, few years after I left high school, because after high school I found myself a job as a steward in one of the universities in Nairobi, that is Catholic University of Nairobi, and our job there was to clean the buildings, as in the interior of the buildings. The name of the cleaning company, I remember the name was Chania Cleaning Company. So we were grouped according to buildings. Me and my team, we were given two buildings, that is the library, and we also had a certain restaurant inside the school. I did it for some few years, like 1.5 or 2 years, I remember. Meanwhile, I had this one friend of mine. By then, I used to stay in Rongai, in a place called Rongai, and I had this friend of mine. He was our neighbor. One day he came and told me that he found a job in a certain company, a restaurant, as a dishwasher. So that is what he told me. So I was so curious, and I asked him I tried to interview him, and I asked him how he found the job and what the job entails and stuff. So he told me everything about the job and how the procedure, and he told me he applied it online. There is a certain website the company had that he used to apply the job. So I was not so serious about the job. So something came into my mind and said, why can't you try this and try and apply? Because it looked like a good job, because also the salary he told me was at least better than what I was earning. So one weekend I woke up and went to the cyber and tried and applied. I forgot about it because I didn't take it serious. So I forgot about it and then continued with my life as a steward. Couple of months went by, like 2 months, I remember. Then this particular morning I was just in my normal duties at work. Then I received a call. There's a lady, I remember, who talked to me and say, I am, what's the name? I can't remember. I am so and so, and I am calling from Java. Oh, the company was called Java, by the way. Are you Morgan Olewe? And then I said yes. So I'm calling to ask you if you have time, come for an interview on Thursday. Yes, because that day was on a Tuesday. So she told me that the interview was on Thursday. So I say, yeah, I'll find time and come. So I was just wondering, why was it that serious? Yani kashanga, kwani the problem with that company was how to explain to the boss that I have an emergency and I need to go somewhere and I'll come back later. So I started planning on how I'll explain my issue. So I went to the supervisor and explained myself, though it was so difficult to get him into the box, but finally he agreed. This Thursday came, then I prepared myself very early in the morning. The lady told me that the headquarters was where the interview was conducted was in ABC, Westlands, Nairobi. So I went to town, then to Westlands. Then on the entrance, we were like how many people?
So
like
this time you're still living in Rongai?
Yeah, I'm still in Rongai. At the entrance, I found like a crowd of people. I was asking myself, wow, what's this? Then I tried to talk to some of them. They told me they're also coming for that interview. We were like 30, like over 30 people in that room. So my turn came. I went into the boardroom and I found four people, three ladies and one man. They asked me to sit down. They interrogated me about my education, about how I came to know about the company. And then after that, they told me that they'll get back to me because they couldn't give me the answer immediately. So then I remember this time, this company I used to work with, they also had mini contract with there's another company can hire them for like 2 or 3 days to clean and do the services for them. So this time our supervisor took us to, was it Naivasha? Naivasha. There's this company, Keroche Breweries. So it was a new building, so we went there to clean that building before they started their business. So we went there for we were supposed to be there for 1 week. So we went there, did our stuff, cleaned. The first 3 days, then I received a call from the same lady who called me who invited me for an interview, and she told me that congratulations, Mr. Morgan, we selected you as one of our new staff. You passed the interview. We were impressed with you. So she told me that I had only 3 days to prepare myself so that I can go and start the new job. So I was so mixed up at that moment because I was far away from Nairobi. So I had to also convince, because I was left with two more days to finish the job that we were in Naivasha. So I had to convince also the supervisor that I have something to do. So he was to release me. We talked and he agreed, and I had to leave the place. I left my other colleagues there and went back to Nairobi. So I had to go back to my friends who introduced me to the website, and he had already started the job. So I saw it wise to ask him of how he finds the place, the new job and stuff. So he explained to me, and he didn't say that the job was bad. He said it was a good experience, and I said okay. So I was called. I told him that I was also called for the job, and he was happy for me. So the lady had told me that the first place to report, Adams Arcade, they also had their branch there, one of their branches. So I went to Adams very early in the morning from Rongai. So you can imagine how it was very hectic from Rongai to town to Adams, and then go back every day. So but they told me that it was just for a while, because there it was a place where we were to be oriented on what to do and what not to do, the types of machines we'll be handling. So I was there for like 1 week at most. I thank God I found the job. So after this 1 week, I was told that next week I was to report in another branch. Now that was the place where I will be working for quite a while. So they told me that I'll report in Galleria, that is Langata Road, along Langata Road. I was happy because Galleria and Rongai was not so far, so it was at least convenient for me than going to Adams Arcade. So I went there, started meeting new people, started making new friends, and man, Galleria was such an opposite branch compared to Adams Arcade. Adams Arcade was a slow place, and we also had so many stewards. I think that was the place where training was conducted. So we didn't see the workload that was there because we were so many, and also the branch was not so busy. The first day I reported in Galleria, I found such a huge team of staff because it was, I think, one of the busiest branches in Java. But I was introduced to the HODs, that is the chef, the manager, the head baristas, and slowly by slowly I interacted with the other staff, the junior staffs, of which who are very friendly. They just came, found me somewhere seated or busy doing something. They come ask me my name and where I come from. So I was given the wash up area where we clean the dishes. My friend, I'm telling you, it was we were two guys in that station because one person couldn't manage that station. So we used to interchange. So one cleans, one transports, because there has to be a transporter who transports to different departments, like the cups and for the baristas had to go to the barista station, and the kitchens. Also, two other more stewards were in the kitchen department. So you can imagine how that branch was, and it was a very busy branch, though there was this environment that people were so happy. There was no pressure for job, everybody's shouting, everybody's singing, everybody's up and down. So you just feel like it's a good, though a pressurized environment, but at the same time you enjoy doing the job. So the speed was very fast, so we had to adapt. I had to adapt into the system, because slowly by slowly. Let me take you back, by the way. There's something I forgot. I had told you that back in the university, Catholic University, there was a restaurant. It was just a small restaurant where lecturers and some students came, they eat, and then they go back to their duties. So there was a counter. There was a counter where drinks, beverages, and pastries used to be served from that place. So in that counter they had a machine, and it was a complete counter station for a barista. So there was this one guy called Isaac Rabbi. He was the one who was in charge of the counter. So he acted as a waiter, and also he acted as a barista at the same time. So he was my friend. So I used to see him do some coffees and some drinks, and I used to admire what he did. So there was this thing. So even sometimes I used to, when I finish my cleaning stuff, when they are busy, I get in, I help. Even in the kitchen, I go. And so there was this thing. A restaurant was not very new for me, though I was not deep into the industry. But a restaurant setup was not a new thing to me. So let's go back to Galleria. So as I was transporting things to the counter or to the kitchen, I found myself having this interest of the counter more than the kitchen. the barista counter more than the kitchen. So most of the time I used to tell the shift leader of our steward team that I want to be in the wash-up station, just because I needed to go transport some stuff to the barista counter, then see what they are doing, because I had this interest. So see what they are doing and then go back, clean the transport. So it was to give me time to go and see and be involved in the counter and see what they are doing. So I had not told anybody that I had this interest. The manager, I remember she was called Lucy Wandia. So she told us, the stewards, I hope you were told that you need to train for any department of your choice that you are interested in, and after that we evaluate you at the branch level. Then after we are satisfied that you're good, we hand you over to the administration level, that is the multi-unit level. You go there, they give you an exam, then after you pass, you go for an interview, then after you pass, you are promoted. So after that, I started now getting involved into baristaing completely. So there was this guy called Thomas. We had so many baristas. We had Gladys. We had there were a couple of them. So Musalia also was one of them. We had Jemo. The head barista by then was Thomas. So I approached him and told him, I'm interested to be one of you, and we were told to come and train as in a department where we are conversant. So I chose to be a barista. So I hope I will find time and train. So one thing with Thomas was he was a funny guy, and at the same time he was a very strict guy. So I saw something in him. He told me that whatever you want to know about baristaing, just come and ask. If I'm not here, you can ask your colleagues, but if I'm here, just come and I will show you. So because our shifts were in this way, that it was interchanging. So if you come in the morning at 6, you leave at maybe at latest, because it was a busy branch, at 4:30 in the evening. So then the next round you come maybe at 11 in the morning, then you leave at 10 at night. He comes to the wash-up station and asks me, tomorrow which shift are you? I told him in the evening shift. He told me, tomorrow I want you to come in the morning. And you come in the morning, you be a barista. Then after when your time comes to be a steward, you change to a steward. So he used to tell me, he used to push me, and I gained a lot from this guy. So that was how we planned. So sometimes I come very early in the morning, though I was to come in the afternoon. I see what he does. Sometimes I do. He tells me to do let's say a cappuccino or juices or cakes. There was so many stuff to do there. So we did that for like 3 months, 3 and so months, let's say 4 months. Hard training, mornings, and sometimes I leave at night. Then he gave me an exam, an internal exam. I did it, and he was satisfied that I was now ready. There was this time when baristas were needed, so we were called for an exam first. So we went for the exam, we did the exam, I passed. Then we went for an interview also in the ABC. They interviewed me. Then I passed. And then now this the fourth month I was promoted to barrister. So I was very happy. So because there was this saying that I remember in the branch they used to say, kwani wewe ni samaki utakaa kwa maji miaka yote? No. And this is what I had inside me, and it came into pass. Now I've become a barrister in it's the biggest coffee shop in East and Central Africa. New uniforms were brought to me, so I changed from, was it blue t-shirts to black t-shirts. Now I was one of the black commandos. So I was still left to work in Galleria. Yeah, so I worked there for like, how many, like 1 year. 1 year went by as a barrister, and then there's this thing in Java that they don't limit you to one branch forever. They rotate their staffs. Maybe after 1 year, after 6 months, even after 3 months, they take you to another branch. So my time came. I was living in Rongai, so I was transferred to Valley Arcade. I was taken to Karen. I was taken to airport, Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Then I was taken to Capital along Mombasa Road. I was taken to Upper Hill. So Upper Hill, I did there for a while. Since 2014, when I entered Java. Now let's say that's like 3 to 4 years in Java as a barrister. So I think now I saw myself having a little bit of knowledge about coffee industry and a barrister as a whole. In that Upper Hill, we were 6 baristas. I had a guy called Enoch Nyakweba. We made a plan with this guy that why can't we try and go to another country or outside country and explore the barista industry. We started looking for jobs, applying online in different parts of the world. There was this offer that came from Kuwait. They wanted 5 baristas. We said, why not? Why can't we try this? Because it's something that is ready than waiting for something that is not ready. Let's go with this. So we had to go through interviews through WhatsApp, and by good luck they were impressed with our experience. So this company was called Gahwa. We got the job. They told us that they will organize on how we will get the visas and air tickets. So we waited for like 2 months. We also had Boniface in our team. So we were 3 baristas traveling to Kuwait as baristas, the same company. Yeah. So we started, the tickets were organized, the visas came through. Now it came this 2018. By the 2018 beginning, let's say on April was the flying day. So we organized ourselves and off we went to start a new life as a barista in a foreign country. Okay, and that is my journey to a barista. I hope it will encourage 1 or 2 guys to just have faith and work hard, push anything you want to be, just push it, and eventually you will be there. So thank you very much, and God bless.